everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today I decided I was going to do a book haul for you all because first of all, it's been a while since I've done a book haul, and second, it's been a while since I've done a video, and that's because I have been moving. As you can see from my background, it's changed. I'm in a house now. We are renting, but it's a house, so it's more space, and I was able to put my own library together. So it's still kind of a mess right now, but I do have like another one of these shelves on my other side over here, so it's just really cozy and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, that's why I've been so busy, and I haven't been able to do any videos. And I also got a kitten. Her name is Rue. She's absolutely fabulous, but she's crazy. She's only about 3 months old at this moment, and we got her when she was 8 weeks. She is very precious, but absolutely wild. So I had to lock her out of this room. She will probably meow to be let in. If that does happen, I'll let her in and I will show you all to her. Otherwise, I'll try to find like a picture or something of her. She's so cute and she is just so precious. But yeah, my birthday was November 14th. It's now in December, like the first week of December. But I thought this was like the perfect opportunity to get back into booktube because I've absolutely missed doing videos. But yeah, this is going to be a long book haul because this is actually a birthday book haul. All of these I got for my birthday or like right around my birthday. But yeah, there's close to 50 books here, so I'm just gonna dive right into it, and hopefully this video is not gonna be super long. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first few books I'm going to talk about here are ones that I purchased myself because it was my birthday, so I wanted to treat myself, and I went to like used bookstores around and used online stores, and I got some really good gems. One of them is The Grand Dark by Richard Kadrey. I haven't heard too many things about this one, but I remember seeing it in my bookstore that I work at, and it really drew me, especially because it is a standalone fantasy. As far as I know, it's standalone, and it's dark and really lush, and apparently, this author has also done another series, but I do not know anything about those. They're supposed to be like supernatural, something like that, but I was really drawn to this because it was a standalone, and there's not many standalone fantasies out there, so we'll see what this one is all about when I eventually get to it. The next two are part of a series, and I haven't read the series yet, but I had started the first one and was really enjoying it and put it aside for whatever reason, one reason or another. Really great finds for me, but they are book 3 and book 4 of the 12 Kings of Sharukh series. I don't know what the series is called. Book 3 is A Veil of Spears, and book 4 is Beneath the Twisted Trees. So this is just like this epic fantasy series. The first one is called The 12 Kings of Sharukh. I was really enjoying it when I was reading it. It's set in a desert. It's really epic, adventurous, lots of great magic in it. So I'm very excited to see where the series goes, but it's about a woman, I believe, who wants revenge for her mother's death and needs to kill the 12 kings of Sharukh. That's the basic premise as far as I know, but yes, these were great finds. I'm very excited to continue on and like really dive into this series. Next we have another continuation of a series, and it is The House of Always by Jen Lyons. This is the 4th book in the I don't know what the title of the series is called. I think it's like Song of the Dragon or something like that. I don't know. But, you might not be, yeah, you can see it. Book 2 and 3 are right up here. I've only read book 1, but I absolutely loved it. So, of course, I've been continuing and getting the rest of the series. So this is a continuation of that. Again, we have another continuation of a series, and that is The Warrior Moon by K. Arsenal Rivera. This is the 3rd and final book in the Tiger's Daughter trilogy, something like that. But I do have the second one. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited to see where the series continues and goes on from there. But yeah, great find on that one. And then we have Bunny by Mona Awad. I have never been interested in this book before, but a coworker of mine really, really enjoyed it, and now this has been all over BookTube and TikTok recently, BookTok specifically, pretty recently, and this author has just come out with another book as well. I know nothing about this, but it has become a huge deal all over the book world, so I decided to give it a shot, seeing as I found it for super cheap. So we'll see how this one goes. I got a nice hardcover out of it. And then we have The Whisper Man by Alex North. This is an adult mystery novel. This is also the author of The Shadows. I believe this one came out before The Shadows. I don't like to really know anything about mystery novels, so I am not able to give a synopsis of this one. I just have heard amazing things about both of his books, and I do have The Shadows as well, so I can't wait to see where these go. I can really read mystery novels quite quickly, so I should be able to fly through these. They're not super long, but I'm very excited about this one. I love me a good mystery novel. Okay, so the next group of books I'm going to be showing you all are books that my boyfriend got me for my birthday. I told him all I wanted was a book shopping spree, and he did not disappoint. He got me 14 books, guys. Bless this man. But first we went to the bookstore that I work at because I had a discount, and it also happened to be our appreciation week, so I got more of a discount. So a bit more bang for his buck. But we got a bunch there, and then we went to Barnes & Noble because I had a gift card. So I'm going to show you all of those books. I'm very excited about all of them. Who knows when I will get to them, though. One of them is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. I have not read anything by this author, but she has been on my list for a while. This is a sapphic fantasy. Very excited about that. I believe it is a princess who has been exiled by her traitorous brother, who has become, I believe, the king of this kingdom, and she's been exiled, and then the person taking care of her and basically her servant is another woman. I think it's the other main character, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna fall in love, so that's exciting. But I've heard nothing but good things about this one, so very excited for this. And then we have another chunky beast here. It is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islandton. This is another adult fantasy book. It is the first in a trilogy. I think it's called the Lycanius trilogy. That's what it says on the side. Don't know anything about this. Gonna be honest, I probably don't know a lot of things about any of these books, but they're all ones that have been on my radar, which is why I've been picking them up. But yeah, I'm just excited to dive into another epic fantasy world, so that's why I picked this one up. And then we have Sunlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. The fourth and final book just came out of this book series. I had never really been interested in this series, however, because of the fourth book coming out, there's been a lot of hype around it, and I have started to become really drawn to it. So that's why I picked it up. I know that this is about a man whose wife either is like kidnapped or taken into this tower, and he wants to try to save her, so he has to like go up to the different levels of the tower and eventually get her out. I think this is some sort of like maybe steampunky world. That's what I'm kind of getting from it, but we'll see what happens when I get to it. But people have been loving this, and now it has actually drawn me to it. Also, it's from my favorite publisher, Orbit. A majority of these books are from Orbit, actually. I love them so much. It seems like every book that I've read of theirs that has been published by them anyway, I've loved. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I am now very intrigued to get to that one. Then we have The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. Yes, Barker. This is another first book in a trilogy. I believe that this is about ships that are made out of like dragon bones or something. Maybe. I don't know. But again, it's another one that I've seen recommended on BookTube and BookTok and BookTwitter. So I picked it up for myself, especially because my boyfriend was paying for all of it. And then we have For the Wolf by Hannah Witten, which is a adult fantasy. I believe there's going to be another one coming out. I think the cover just dropped for this one, for the sequel anyway. But this is about two sisters, and from what I'm getting from it, it's kind of like almost fairy tale-esque in a way. So I'm very intrigued to find out what this is all about. It's supposed to be like this dark fantasy. And then there is the 7 Visitations of Sydney Burgess by Andy Marino. I found this actually in Barnes & Noble in like the horror mystery section. I don't know anything about this, but the cover really drew me in, and it's published by Red Hook, which is also Orbit's kind of imprint, or under the imprint that, or under the publisher that Orbit is also under, which I believe is Hachette. But they're very similar, and I've loved all of their stuff as well. So I'm very intrigued by this one. It looks horrifying. I'm very excited to see what it is all about. If you have read this one, let me know, because it seems very interesting. Next is the Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. So the only other one that I've read by Alex E. Harrow is their new novella, which is A Spindle Splintered. Loved that one. I do have their other book here, face out, because it's beautiful, The 10,000 Doors of January. This one is about witches, but also a beautiful cover. I love it so much. Next is The Exiled Fleet by J.S. Dews. This is the sequel to The Last Watch, which is an adult sci-fi novel, actually. I absolutely devoured that book. It is about this group of, like, basically the dregs of society who are kind of exiled to watch over the edge of the universe, but the universe starts to collapse in on itself, and the only people who may be able to save the world and the rest of the universe are these dregs of society. So it's really funny, it's really action-packed, it doesn't make me feel dumb like a lot of science fiction does, because it's not a lot of tech-savvy, like, lingo and things like that. But I absolutely love the first one. I'm very excited to see where the series continues on. This author's going places. So I had to pick this one up. Next is a YA novel that is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This is a YA novel that, from what I've heard of it, is actually kind of more new adult / adult, because there's some really spicy content in it. I love me some spicy content. Give me all of that. That's why I had to pick this up. I am very interested in The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This one just had a sequel come out recently, and I'm just kind of intrigued by it. It's supposed to be like this kind of riddle, adventurous game type deal. I don't know if anybody's gonna die in it, like Hunger Games, but from what I'm getting from it, that it is a competition to, you know, progress through and figure out. So we'll see what this one brings to the table. Another one that my boyfriend very graciously bought for me was Blackwater Sister by Zen Cho. This one, again, I haven't really heard very many things about this, but the cover is gorgeous, and it has been in my bookstore for a while. I've always been drawn to it, and I finally was able to pick it up. This one, I think, is maybe a paranormal fantasy. It follows a young woman. I think they're in Malaysia, I believe. Yes, she's moving back to Malaysia with her parents, but there's ghosts, there's gods. This woman's grandmother is, like, in her head, who I believe the grandmother has died. But there's kind of like this paranormal side of things going on. It just seems epic, and I'm very excited about it. We love good representation and great covers at the same time. So we'll see how this one goes. I haven't heard very many things about it. Actually, I haven't heard any things about it. So if you read that one, let me know, because I'm very intrigued by it. Next is The Coward by Stephen Aran. This one has become very popular recently. I don't know anything about this one. This one and another book, actually, The Maleficent 7 by Cameron Johnston, are published by the same publisher, which I didn't realize when I picked them up, but they are. They have the same logo on the side there, and they're kind of designed the same way. The Maleficent 7, I know, is about, like, villains becoming the heroes of stories. Like, they're the only ones who can save the world, and I believe there's 7 of them who are the last hope of society. And then this one, I think, is about a man who considers himself the coward, and then he's the only one who could save the world. Maybe. But both of these have become very popular, like I said. I remember seeing them on a few different booktubers channels who read a lot of fantasy, so I'm very curious to see what I think about these. And these were also in my bookstore, which, for an independent bookstore, we have a lot of, like, obscure titles that I'm quite excited about. And then the final one that my boyfriend purchased for me was The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. This has been getting rave reviews. Adult romance novel. I have also heard that it is a Kylo Ren and Rey fan fiction. And come on, like, from the cover you can kind of see that, you know, he has the nose and then her with the bun. But yeah, I think this one is about a science professor and then maybe his student. Maybe. She's getting a PhD, I think. So not creepy student-teacher relationship, but I've heard great things about it. I'm very excited. I need a fast-paced romance that I can just fly through. This seems like the perfect one. I'm very, very excited to get to it. Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Ames. This, I think, is like a ragtag group of people men, I believe, who saved, like, the world. They were the heroes before and saved their world beforehand, and now they're back as, like, older men who have to do it again. Seems hilarious, seems adventurous, seems great. And then the other one that I picked up is Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. He has become one of my favorite authors, but I have never read a full-length novel from him. I've only read some of his novellas. One of them, the most recent one, being Elder Race. Phenomenal book, by the way. Loved it. It's amazing. But this one, I believe, is one of his most popular ones, and from what I know of it, they're supposed to be, like, alien spiders, and I hate spiders, so we'll see how I like this one. He also has a thing with insects. There's quite a bit popping up in his novellas, so I don't like insects, but apparently he does. I'm very excited to finally have in my collection one of his full-length novels. We'll see how it goes with my fear of bugs. Alright, next is a random one, actually. I didn't get it for my birthday, but I got it around my birthday, which technically counts because my birthday is like the whole month, you know? But it is Fairy Loot's November box, and I believe this one was in the November box, but it is Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. That cover, the sprayed edges, the side here, and then just take a look at that, first of all, and then you get inside the dust jacket. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous book. But this one has been getting rave reviews. I'm very excited that this was in the box because I've been dying to read it. And then the next one that I have here, I got for free from my bookstore. I get a lot of ARCs from my bookstore, either sent directly to me from the publisher or sent to the bookstore for one of our other booksellers to read and review. We just have stacks of them. This one's actually a finished copy that was sent to us a while back, and nobody grabbed it, so I picked it up. And it is X by Ryan Hughes. This is a finished copy of a book that is like $40. I have the pamphlet inside here, but it just seems like a chunky beast with just like random different like type on it, things like that. I know that a lot of finished copies are being sent to other booktubers for review, and I've heard like mixed things about it, but I couldn't pass up a finished copy for myself to just try it out, so I'm interested when I get to this one. Who knows, but we'll see when I do. But then I went to Barnes & Noble on Black Friday and picked up a half-price copy of Sister Song by Lucy Holland. Another coworker of mine has really, really enjoyed this one. I'm very intrigued by it. It kind of reminds me of like Circe and Song of Achilles in a way, with the kind of like retelling of these old myths. So we'll see how I enjoy it, but it was half off for Black Friday, so I decided to pick it up. Very excited. And then I received a birthday present from Nikki, who is part of my reading book club, The Space Sirens. If you don't know about them, I'll leave a link to our channel and like our Twitter down below. But it's just a book club that reads a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and talks about them. I haven't been able to participate a lot recently because I've been so busy, but Nikki very graciously sent me a birthday present. I'm very excited to read it. It is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I'm so pumped to read this. The little note said, everyone deserves a copy of this. Happy birthday, lovely, which is so sweet. So thank you so much, Nikki. I can't wait to dive into this and let you know what I think of it. So Rue actually came into the room. She's been meowing a lot at the door, and she's not going to come over here. Rue, the star has arrived. Come here. Oh my gosh, she is attacking me. Meet everybody. Yeah, see how she's biting my finger? Look, hi, say hi to the people. So this is Rue. She's named after Addie LaRue because I love that book. But just Rue. No, nothing longer than that. She is the love of my life. She is so sweet. Yeah. Oh, thank you. She is amazing. She actually just went to the vet and she is very healthy, they said, which is great. They did all the tests. She got a vaccine. She had to get her blood drawn, which she was not thrilled about, but she is all good. All good. All right, I'll let you go play. Thank you so much. My camera angle keeps changing because Rue knocked over my phone this time, but it's okay. I forgive her. She's a kitten. But on to the rest of the book. So like I said, I went to another bookstore, picked up some more things here. We got Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye, another YA fantasy. I believe it follows two characters who, it might have like a bit of a mystery to it as well. There are these mysterious figures popping up and it's up to them to figure it out and stop it and like save the kingdom and things like that. So, kind of excited about this one. And there's sprayed edges. I don't know if this was like a special edition or something, but the sprayed edges are like a light purple, which kind of matches like the front of it. So that's interesting. And I only got it for $3, so we're here for that. And then we have On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, which is a adult fiction novel. Don't read a lot of those, but I've always been intrigued by this. It might have won an award. I don't know for a fact, but it has gotten high praise, so I'm interested in this one. Again, it was only like $3. Then I picked up a finished copy of Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I only have had an arc of this, so I haven't ever had a finished copy. So I'm happy that I now have this one. It was $6. Woo, we love that. And then there is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh, maybe? Adult literary fiction. Heard good things about it. Was cheap. Picked it up. I've been told that people my age, which I'm 27 now, should read this. Don't know if that's true or not, but it was cheap, so I picked it up. And then we have The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee, which is a young adult historical fiction novel. Don't know anything else besides that. This person also wrote Luck of the Titanic, which came out fairly recently within the last month or so, which I have been really drawn to that one. This is set in Atlanta in the 1890s. And then I found a used copy of The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. I have loved every single Ruth Ware book that I have picked up, and this one I hope is not a disappointment. Don't know anything about it. It's a mystery novel. I don't want to know anything about it. because it is a mystery novel. So we'll see how that one goes when I eventually get it. And then the final one here, I got for free from my bookstore. It's a finished copy of The Queer Principles of Kit Webb by Cat Sebastian. I believe this is a sapphic romance, possibly? No. Opposite. Sorry. This is a gay romance. I believe the two characters are men. There could be some other representation in this, but I don't know until I read it. So I'm interested in this one. It looks super cute and cozy, and we'll see how it goes. And then the last batch of books I have here are all ARCs that I have received from my bookstore personally to myself. Like the publisher sent them directly to me instead of the bookstore. Either way, I'm very excited about it, but the first one is called Interested in Women by Andrea Lee. This is a collection of short stories. I read and reviewed The Red Island House by Andrea last year, I'm pretty sure, and I quite enjoyed that one. I think overall I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which may not be a high rating, but that is not, it's like out of my comfort zone, but I did enjoy it for what it was. And they saw that I liked the book, so they sent me her collection of short stories. So eventually I will get to this one. It comes out in January, so I should be getting to it very soon. And then I actually got this one a while ago. They sent it to me super early, but I'm going to show it anyway, and it is Gallant by Victoria Schwab. This is, I think it might be middle grade, it might be YA, I don't know for a fact. I think it's borderline, but it is a book that has like glorious like photos and like drawings and things in this. I'm excited. I love Victoria Schwab, aka V.E. Schwab, so we'll see how this one lives up to her other books. So very excited. And then next we have a YA fantasy called Blood Scion by Deborah Fallay. Can we just talk about this cover? Gorgeous. Beyond belief. It is just incredible. I'm going to read the back of it real quick because it is very short. I don't know anything besides what the back says. It says, "This is what they deserve. They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created." It's following one girl's journey of magic, injustice, power, and revenge. This emotionally charged debut from Deborah Fallay, inspired by Yoruba Nigerian mythology, will utterly thrill and capture fans of Children of Blood and Bone and Ember in the Ashes. Very excited. So, can't wait to get to that one. That one comes out in March, if the side is to be believed, because most of the time that might not be the case. But next is another very highly anticipated release coming out in February. It is This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi. Her next next YA fantasy. This one, I think, let's see, is about a servant who is not actually a servant, is a long lost heir to a kingdom, and then the crown prince, and very excited for this. I can't wait to see what the cover looks like because I don't think it's been released yet. We'll see about that. If it has, I'll put the cover here, but I don't know if it has. Next, I have one that has a beautiful, beautiful cover. I am currently reading this one. It's coming out in January. I'm about 100 pages in and absolutely loving it. It is A Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sunlin Tan. Beautiful, beautiful cover. This is an adult fantasy novel following a daughter of literally the moon goddess who needs to be kept a secret, but also at the same time wants to release her mother from the curse that's holding her as the moon goddess. So it's about her, the daughter, trying to figure out her magic and become strong enough in order to break the curse. Beautiful story so far. I'm loving the characters, especially our main character and the prince. We love to see it. So that one I'm really enjoying. Next is Waking Romeo by Catherine Barker, which is a genre-bending retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in the future. And I think it's about Juliet needing to wake up Romeo. He's under this type of curse, almost like, you know, Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, but it's Romeo this time, and it's set in the future, so there might be a little bit of, like, science fiction involved. I'm intrigued by this. I don't know if it's adult or YA. I think it might be borderline, unless I read it and realize that is not the case. It might just be adult. We'll see. But thank you to the publisher for sending me that, because I'd never heard of it before. I'm intrigued. Next is one of my most anticipated releases from Tor, actually, and that is The Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller. Thank you, Tor, for sending this my way. I am very excited about this. I think it's gonna have like this creepy kind of vibe going on mixed with fantasy. I love when books do that, like combine horror with fantasy. I'm hoping that is actually what the case is, but it's about this woman who's kind of forced to be in this orchard that bones grow out of, and she may be the only one that can solve the murder of the emperor or king. I don't remember what he calls himself, but it is his last command. On his deathbed, it's up to her to solve his murder because he thinks he has been betrayed. So, mystery involved in there. I'm very, very excited. This one is coming out in March, so hopefully I can get to it soon so I can get some sort of review, whether it be on Goodreads or Ada Weiss or something, up for everybody. And then next we have The Blood Trials by N.E. Davenport. I think this one may be adult fantasy, but I think it could also be borderline YA. I don't know for a fact what it is. The cover is gorgeous. We love to see that. And I think this also combines science fiction as well. I know this is the first book in a duology. Don't know too much more than that, but Harper Voyager sent it to me for my honest review, so hopefully I can get to it. It does come out in April, so I do have some time, but I'm very intrigued by this one, mainly because of the cover, but... And then I have one last book here to show you, which I'm very excited about because I had never heard of, but the publisher specifically sent it to me because I liked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. They said it has a similar vibe, so don't know if that's going to be true, but it comes out in May, so I have a lot of time. It is called Ordinary Monsters by Jem A. Miro. It is about a group of children who have these, like, extraordinary abilities. Like, one can heal, one is invisible, things like that, almost like X-Men in a way. These children are brought to a school in Scotland that is meant to help them, like, grow their powers and abilities and hopefully learn from that, but they don't realize that the school is actually sitting on top of a portal to the underworld. So things are gonna happen, things are gonna go down. I'm very, very excited about this one. It's a chunky one. It's like, I think like close to 600, a little over 600 pages. So I'm very excited about this one to see how it goes. So there you have it, everyone. That was my November/birthday book haul. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. I would love to know. This one has probably been a long video, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.